is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone. Do you really?
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
There's this giant ball there. An evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball. You can't even make out it's a ball when you're juking it out. It's that large. Infinitesimally small. Vying for resources is just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose. Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago. You lost.
The sound outside, you recognize it. It's a Caprice Canena motor carriage. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than you. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, what you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. If it's your friend, why was it up there? Hoot, an ominous, foreboding feeling fills you as you look at the tie. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off. There they both are, 2 identical shoes, both copiously like 2 baby crocodiles. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Because you're a police officer, sir. I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. Don't be so harsh on yourself.
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself.
A fondness for contradictory statements. Of course.
She remains unconvinced.
Could it be because of the drinking? Don't be so...
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself.
A fondness for contradictory statements? Extraordinary.
She doesn't actually think it's all that extraordinary.
Could it be because of the drinking? Don't be so harsh on...
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself. Retreat is not a winning tactic.
Don't be so harsh.
A glib remark. Don't...
A fondness for contradictory statements? I'm sorry. I was being glib. I'm sure you're a great cop.
Try the expression. Come on, why are you still doing this?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men.
She puts out her cigarette. Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes. There was the usual ruckus. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. I don't know about that. At around a slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on. That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now, it was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar. Yes.
It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic or...
Then you started screaming and trashed the place. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. There was. I think you screamed that you... I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. half a century after.
You sure look like you're from Revachol.
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranier, another part.
It's 51. Yeah?
Those words tell me something else. Feel like something you've said innumerable times before. Your mouth is the very
Glad to have been of assistance.